Hey guys, and welcome to a new Sketch a Day video. It's probably going to be one of my all-time favorite Sketch a Day videos only because it's about one of my very favorite things. I could hyperventilate right now. I'm so excited. If you can tell by the shirt color, maybe that gives a little bit of a hint. Because today's video is going to be about Breaking Bad, and I am going to tell you why you should watch it if you're not watching it, why maybe you shouldn't watch it if you're too young, and why you should just be watching it if you're still watching it. I'm an episode behind, so forgive me. We are going to get into this drawing right now. So basically, let me do the rundown of what Breaking Bad is. I don't know how short and sweet this is going to be, but I'm going to try my very hardest. Because it is complicated and long and kind of drawn out sometimes, but so good. You know 7-layer bean dips? Yes, I relate everything to food. This one is like a 42-layer bean dip. It's more than 31 flavors at the ice cream store. It is insane intense. Okay, let me try. Well, the dad who played in the TV show Malcolm in the Middle, if you haven't seen that, it's amazing and you should watch it. He plays also a dad in here, but mainly he was a chemistry teacher, and that plays a huge part in this plot because he's a school teacher, he gets cancer, and he's going through chemotherapy. It's really hard and everything, and somehow he runs into an old student of his. And this student was always a bad student. He always remembers giving him lower than C's in class, and he knew he was like one of the pothead kids. But present day after high school, he doesn't just catch this kid smoking some pot. He catches him like doing and dealing drugs, and he was sleeping with older women, and it was crazy. And at first I was like, that's not good. But long story short, I don't remember all the details because I've been watching so many seasons of this TV show. It's so amazing. He gets into the business of not only dealing meth, but creating it himself and making this whole entire empire because he can make like the grade A meth. And this show kind of like not encourages dealing and doing drugs. It gets in the complicated like situations of it, and his wife soon finds out, and she's mad because at first she's like upset that he's keeping a secret because she doesn't know what it is at the first time. She just knows it's a secret. So she goes out and cheats on him, and for some reason she finds it okay to cheat on him because she's mad at him, which I don't understand like the process mind thoughts of this. Maybe she has like the mind of a baby rat. I don't understand that. And she has a son who's handicapped, and they have a baby together. She's pregnant. Oh my gosh, yes, she's like pregnant in the beginning of the series, and she has this baby. So like it's really odd because like the baby's age gap from the other son is like 16 years or more. It's crazy. That's beside the point. So he builds this whole entire like empire of dealing and making meth, and he goes into like cahoots with this guy who backstabs him. At first he was with like a KFC chicken type of company. It's not KFC, it's called something else. But another fact is her sister, the girl I'm talking about, is his wife who cheated on him. Yeah. You want to slap her just every single episode. Her name is Marie, and she like steals stuff for fun, and she's just annoying. You know those people? It's like, everything she says is just like noses into other people's business when she's the one stealing from people, and she's just so ridiculously not bright. You just want to hopefully slap her and maybe a light bulb will pop up and she'll get more senses in her brain. That's intense, I know, but she is married to this guy who is in the DEA. I say but a lot in this video. I'm not talking about regular butts. I'm talking about, let me move on to the next subject because this show is so good. And yeah, she's married to one of the heads of the DEA. The DEA is the drug, like, police department, like that department of the police station. And so he's trying to catch this guy. They're trying to figure out who is dealing like the best meth, and everyone wants it. And it's under his nose. It's his brother-in-law, Walter, the guy who's the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. And his cancer comes back, and we're at the season of the episodes right now where his brother-in-law just finds out and just slaps the absolute crap out of him because he finds out that he's the actual guy he's been looking for all this time. And the guy who's dealing with the KFC was like the big all-time, like better than Walter White, the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, better than him at dealing and doing meth and stuff. He died, and like it's a big thing. So now they're trying to find like the guy and his drug dealer name of Walter White, the guy who's Malcolm in the Middle. That's how I explain him all the time. Explaining him is that he has a nickname of Heisenberg. They're looking for this guy, and it's like, why can't they figure out this guy? Because there's like a composite sketch by the police station, and it looks just like him. It's like, girl, he's right under your nose. I just left off on the episode of him like getting the crap slapped out of him by the DEA brother-in-law, but I hope I can catch it tonight. I need to watch it after this video. There was like a mishap of me getting like some powdered graphite. Do not use powdered graphite if you've never used it before. It's basically like taking pieces of the pencil lead and grinding it up to powder, so it's an entire mess. It looks like gunpowder, and I had an entire mess everywhere all over my room after I made this. But I really liked doing it because I got to use pencil, and I wanted to do not just the actual, just their face or something. You know that scene where they're in the yellow and the yellow suits? Because there's one point in the show, I needed to talk about this, where they end up like getting, you know, the pest control people that like tint your house and like get rid of termites and stuff. They do that as a job, but they use each house that's tinted while it's being tinted as like a meth lab, and it's like ingenious and crazy. And this show is really bad if you're too young to watch it, but if you are older to watch it and you're into stuff, like I never ever thought I would be into a show about dealing and making meth ever in my life, but there's so many backstories because you could relate to the characters and you want to slap someone. Like I said, I want to slap Marie all the time. Anyways, I was listening to Jimi Hendrix while I was drawing this because I thought, what would be the perfect music that would pump you up? And Jimi Hendrix, oh my gosh, I was listening to it on Spotify, and it's just weird listening to Jimi Hendrix, and on Spotify there's commercials sometimes. It's like, Jimi Hendrix, here's a commercial for Justin Bieber. Jimi Hendrix, here's a commercial for a One Direction movie that's coming out. It's so weird, and like, I wonder what Jimi Hendrix would say to these types of pop artists that are out today. Like, what would he say? And so I really liked doing this. Honestly, if it looked like, you know, scribbles on a piece of paper, but it still reminded me of Breaking Bad, I'm like, yes, this needs to be in my sketchbook. So I hope you guys like this drawing, and what I'd like to know today is, what is one thing, whether it be a music band, TV show, or movie, that you really, really like, but you never expected that you would like it? Because this show is definitely that for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will definitely see you soon, and I love you guys so much. Bye. Because I have this reoccurring dream, and it never ever goes away, it seems like. I'm always at like this crazy school type thing, but it's like a college for crazy adults, like a Shutter Island type college thing. I do not understand. And I know this sounds really weird and funny at the same time, but I always have this boyfriend who's like homeless in this nightmare.